Hello, hello. Hello,
I
Vanessa. You recording your success story. Tell us a little bit about you.
um I my name is Vanessa and I'm in a sales position in mortgage. And yeah, I was seeking for a mentor like a year ago and I'm glad I met Amy. And yeah, I'm glad I joined her mentorship and it creates a shift in my life.
Okay, okay, we're gonna get into it. So why don't we talk about how was your life like before the mentorship, Vanessa?
Oh, I remember it was Twitter and I remember like I have so many nights I couldn't go to bed because all these thoughts have been like bothering me, and my self-image was super low. I allow others to in another word, I always do something that I do not want to please others in order to be accepted. Yeah. But yeah. And I do not understand my behavior either. Like I keep attracting the same events into my life and I see the same repeating pattern, but I just didn't know like what to do about it. And I how I react is always the same too. And it was just so bitter when I think back a year ago.
Yeah, yeah. So what you're saying, Vanessa, was you used to put other people's happiness before yours, right? You used to sacrifice your own happiness, right, for other people.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah.
used to make sure everyone's happy before I am happy. Uh-huh.
Yeah. And when you did that, you attracted situations and people that just made that happen, right? That they put themselves first before they put you first. Yeah.
Yeah, because how I react just allow those people to yeah do do it to me. And yeah, that's why I was so bitter. Like I wasn't happy. So
Yeah. And you, the thing is that, like you said, you weren't even aware of it, right?
I kind of aware, like I was like, how come it keeps repeating? I don't like it, but I just do not know what to do about it. Like I did not I always thought it was others. I was like, why people are always so mean to me, but never thought it was me. Like I always blame on others. I always in a victim spot, like, oh, why this happened to me again? Like, my life was just so bitter. Like, uh,
Yes,
just
yes, yes.
that have a solution way back.
Yeah, yeah. And then you touch up on something is that the attitude that you had towards yourself or towards life was
Mhm.
bitter is the word you use. Yeah.
Yeah, very bitter and yeah, and very negative. Yeah, like when people approach, I would just like, oh, another person is just gonna hurt me, like, like the same people. So I was very defensive too. Like I'm not open to a lot of opportunity, I would say. Mhm.
Mm, yeah. So that was the life before the mentorship.
Yeah,
So share
was-
with us, yes, share with us what were some of your biggest ahas or shifts? Like you kind of, went through that a little bit, but
So the aha moment was after I joined your membership and you were I do not know like exactly what you say because I always do self-reflection afterwards. And when the same similar events came out and I was looking at myself and I was like, okay, let's say like, okay, this I sent out a text message to a client and the client never responds. Then I will be like making negative assumption. Oh, they're shopping around. They don't want to use me as a lender. All these negative thoughts. Then at a moment I asked myself, I was like, oh, like this person has a remote control on my emotion. Like they click the button, like to control, like how does they want me to feel. And that point, I was like, oh no, like I shouldn't give so much power to anyone. So like I should be taking in control. And the moment I realized like why I always need approval from others is I never approve myself. Like I need it from I need validation from outside in order to make me feel my value. But like after your coaching thing, I realized as long as I see the value in myself, I feel valuable. I do not need validation from others. And that kind of shifts me like I really do not need to please anyone. I just be myself and the right people would just come into my life and appreciate my value. And
Yeah.
I do attract people like that. It was when I think back, I was like, wow, because uh I started with you last year in around August, and this year, like I attract two of my best friend in life that I never thought like after 30 I would still have these type of good friends in life. Like it was just so effortlessly like um the way like it's exactly the friendship I'm looking for. Like not gossip, not like talk about small stuff. It's all about masterminding, helping each others out. Like I never thought I would attract friends like that. So yeah. So how my inside shift, my really world just reflected. Mhm.
Yes. Yes. Oh, I have goosebumps, Vanessa, listening to you, like, because you've come a long way, right? And on the journey of transformation and growing and expansion,
Mhm.
they were of course the old self will still come up, right? We call it the paradigm, right? It was so strong some at times, right? So the fact that just seeing you and sharing your ahas and sharing the relationships that you've attracted into your life because you shifted, right? It's
Yes,
so beautiful.
yes. And even though later on I attracted a relationship that I do not really satisfy with it, but this time I look at it in a different perspective. I was like, okay, this person actually helped me to see like me better. Like, why am I reacting this way? So if I'm not with you, I don't think I have the ability to see things in this perspective. I would just probably like be another victim, like, oh, this it's just an asshole. Like it's not about that person, it's always about me.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Mhm.
yes, yes. And that's why I said that having the awareness is number one. Now
Yeah.
that you're that, hey, other people have no control over my emotions, right? And then when I shift, the whole world shifts, right? And it's
Yeah.
just so empowering, right? Now that you have that control. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Wow.
I still
Beautiful.
remember how strong my paradigm was. Like I was like fighting with you every month. Yeah, I still remember how strong was it, and I wouldn't think I would say yes to this Zoom call testimonial either. Yeah. Yeah, it was just shift so when I look back, I really appreciate that like you never gave up on me, like even though I was fighting so hard with you. I know like yeah, I couldn't deal with the old me when I look back.
That,
It was just so hard to deal with. Yeah.
yeah, yes, yes. And but the thing is that I think this is part of my job, meaning like, to recognize that that's the paradigm. It was not truly you, Vanessa. And I told you that. I said when the paradigm was fighting with me so strong, came off so strong, I said, Vanessa, this is not you talking. This is the paradigm. If you remember, I remember clearly where I was actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember you tried to call me out a lot of time, and at some point, my paradigm was so strong. I'm sick of the word paradigm either. I was like, can you tell me something else besides paradigm? But now when I look back, at least it was my paradigm. It was my old thinking, just trying to take control, wanted to make sure I'm safe, wanted to feel something. Yeah.
Yes, 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 yes. And
Now
and that,
I yeah.
yeah.
I
So
really appreciate my old self did make a decision like a year to
yeah.
join mentorship.
Yeah. So when it's been a year, right? So let's talk about what have you manifested? I know recently you showed me via text what you
Oh
manifested.
yeah. Uh-huh. So I remember like when I joined your program in August and I wrote down my goal for 2022 and it didn't manifest. And I kind of blame it on you. I was like, this is not working. It's wasting my money and time. Like, damn. But you were telling me like just keep working on it. And then I was like, okay, I can't go anywhere. I pay already. And I gotta stick with you. I gotta stick with your method. Okay. Then I continue what you told me to do. And this year in June, I actually reached my first financial goal. So the check I received, the amount is the annual income of my 2018 annual income. And 2018 is exactly the year where I started this industry. So I was like, wow, like I never thought it would be happening. But when I look back, oh, okay, I see how it happened when I look back, but when I try to put the goal, I was like, I really do not know how it's gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so beautiful, Vanessa. So what you're sharing is that you entered this industry in mortgage in 2018, and the
Yes.
whole year income that you made, you turned
Uh-huh.
that annual income into your monthly income this June
Yeah.
2023.
Yes. Uh-huh. Yeah. When I see that check, I do that calculation. I was like, wow. Even though it's not net, but I'm like extremely grateful, like how all this thing happened. And yeah, I'm also grateful for myself too, like to believe myself can do it. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. Like honestly, congratulations. Like I think you're the first one in the my coaching mentorship that someone to turn their annual income into their monthly income. I think you're the first one. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
maybe their energy was way too high.
or maybe they
It's
didn't share with I
uh-huh.
don't know. But I think it's just so amazing to be celebrate this with you to be
Yeah.
able, yeah,
Mhm. And
especially.
when actually like when I manifested, like I didn't share with you right away either because I think it's still my paradigm talking like, oh, sharing, which meaning ego talking, like showing off. But like a few months later, I was like, no, I shouldn't look at it that way. I should look at it as like, I hope it will inspire other people. I I see that like how people can benefit from your program. Because yeah, I as I mentioned, like my paradigm was fighting with you like each month. So each month I was judging you in some way. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thank you for being open and sharing that. But
So
I
yeah,
like,
if anyone like would ask me, I would tell them exactly my experience. Yes, at first you're gonna disagree with Amy a lot. Like that's how I have been through like the whole process. You're gonna like, oh, I wish I didn't just spend that money. Like she's spending somewhere else, but like just yeah, trust the process, I would say. Yeah. Then you will be grateful afterwards, like how I am now.
oh, that's so beautiful. Trust the process.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Trust. Yeah. I mean, it took you some time to really trust me and my teaching and my mentorship, right? And the process, right?
Yeah.
It takes.
That's when you try to pull me out from my comfort zone because no one likes to feel uncomfortable. So like I feel like super not safe. My survival mode was on, like trying to protect myself. And yeah, it took me some time, but like everyone's different, everyone's background's different. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might
Yeah,
took
yeah.
them shorter or longer, but yeah.
Yeah. The fact is everybody's on their journey, and
Yes.
so glad that you have this awareness now. Like this is just the beginning, right? Having this awareness.
Mhm. and the awareness, I know that it's gonna be a benefit for me, like for life.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, you can never go back. Like the old Vanessa, I mean, from time to time, she might come up, right? From time to time. But now that you're able to become aware, and then now that you can shift. Yeah.
Yes, when negative thoughts come up, I'm able to catch it and ask myself, why am I feeling this way? And to see myself better instead of being a victim again. Yeah, that's the most valuable part for me. Like I don't think I can put a price on that. It's gonna just benefit me for my life. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's very priceless, that part.
I I agree. You cannot put a price on changing yourself, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And I really want to take this time to Vanessa to applaud you for overcoming your old self. Like I know it was not easy. I know, right?
Yeah.
But stuck through, right? And now
Uh,
you're just a little bit, right? And then I'm very excited to see where life takes you from this point on. A whole new Vanessa.
yeah. When I look back my life before your coaching program, I feel like I'm looking her as like the other person. I don't feel like it's me, even though it's me. I feel like it's different. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I totally understand. That's why I always mention, my old self is like, oh, my past life. Like, it doesn't feel like it. It's like a totally different person.
Yeah, it feels like a past life. It does. Uh-huh. Hmm.
So thank you, Vanessa, for coming on and honestly, like overcoming that for feeling uncomfortable, right? And then also think for other people. Like if your story can inspire others, then you are a leader, right? Because your story can inspire other people. And just by being yourself, you don't have to pretend to be this and that. No, you just you, right? We're just chatting, like you're just being yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, thank you. Any last words before we hop off? Any last words of encouragement for people that are debating, like, oh, should I join the mentor? Should I invest in myself? What would you say?
I would say, um, so if you are thinking whether to spend this money on some luxury goods or invest on yourself, just invest on yourself. It's not, oh, spending money and you don't get anything in return. For sure, like you're gonna appreciate what's in return. Yeah, for sure.
Yes, yes, that's beautiful, Vanessa. Like, and this is what I share. You always know what it costs you, but you can never
Mm,
know what, like, you wouldn't be able to know, right?
yes. Uh-huh. Yeah.
And and this is priceless. Changing yourself is priceless.
Yeah. It is priceless. Just can't put a price on it. If you ask me how much does it worth, I can't tell you. It might be like a lot more. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Thank you, Vanessa, for coming on and sharing your story. And like I mentioned before, this is just the beginning, right? So I would love to invite you back and see what other things you manifest down the line.
As I mentioned, like friends and yeah, that is out of my expectation. And oh, literally that financial was my like main goal. So I was focusing on my financial part. So I may overlook on other part of my life, but for sure I know like things are getting so much better. Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. And in the future, you might come back and share other things that you're gonna manifest in the future. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. I can't wait.
No, I can't wait I can't wait to meet the new Vanessa. I mean,
Yeah.
this is just
Mhm.
so thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your story.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you.